Before Dr. Dre was famous. Before Dr. Dre was famous, he became the father of a son at the age of just 16, performed as a DJ under the artist name Dr. J, and assaulted television host Dee Barnes, slamming her face repeatedly against a wall. This video is presented to you by the Biographer. Andre Rommel Young was born on February 18, 1965 in Compton, California as the first child of Theodore and Verna Young. His parents divorced when Young was 6 years old. From now on, he spent most of his time with his grandmother in the New Wilmington Arms Housing Project in Compton. Young began attending Vanguard Junior High School in Compton, but due to gang violence, he was transferred to the safer suburban Roosevelt Junior High. His mother later remarried and gave birth to Young's stepbrother Warren Griffin, who eventually became known as the rapper Warren G. Young was now 19 years old, loved listening to funk music, and attended the nightclub Eve After Dark on a regular basis. There he also heard the track The Adventures of Grandmaster Flash on the Wheels of Steel for the first time, not knowing that this moment would change his life forever. Young later said in an interview, "When I heard this track, that was what made me want to be a DJ." Subsequently, he became a DJ in the club Eve After Dark, initially under the name Dr. J. There he also met Antoine Carabee, later to become DJ Yella. Soon afterwards, Young adopted the artist name Dr. Dre, master of mixology. Dre also recorded his first demos in a back room of the nightclub before he and DJ Yella joined the musical funk band World Class Wrecking Crew. Their track Surgery would become the group's first hit, selling 50,000 copies within the Compton area. But Dre and his bandmate DJ Yella were not satisfied at all. They wanted to move away from funk and dance music to the harder street-based raps. Sadly, they didn't have the financial means to achieve it. "I wasn't happy with where I was. I wanted to do my own thing, but I didn't have the money to do it. So there were a couple of people I knew who had the kind of money that it would take to do what I wanted to do, and Eric was one of those people." In 1986, Dr. Dre joined the label Ruthless Records, which was run by Eazy-E. It is said that Eazy-E found his label entirely through drug money. Jerry Heller, who worked with the likes of Elton John and Pink Floyd before, became the new manager of Ruthless. The legend says that Eazy paid $750 to a friend to just introduce him to Heller. When he showed Heller his track Boys in the Hood, Heller instantly agreed to manage Ruthless Records and made Eazy-E the front rapper of the label. Shortly after, Eazy formed the infamous rap group NWA. The original lineup consisted of Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, Arabian Prince, and Ice Cube. After some smaller releases, DJ and rapper Arabian Prince left NWA and made place for the new joint artists MC Ren and DJ Yella. Yella was also Dr. Dre's former co-artist at World Class Wrecking Crew. This new constellation would become known as the world's most dangerous group. The year of 1988 would become crucial for Dr. Dre's further career. On 9th August, the new formation of NWA released its debut studio album Straight Outta Compton. in which Dr. Dre took part as a rapper and producer. Years later, the album would be viewed as the pioneering record of gangster rap. Although in that time it was released, the rappers referred to their music as reality rap. Heller, the manager of NWA, said later, "Ghetto denizens are supposed to stay put. That's what the ghetto is for. Straight Outta Compton was a jailbreak." In the album, the group reflected the rising anger of the urban youth and addressed taboo topics in their music filled with violent street lyrics. Straight Outta Compton also contained a highly controversial track called "Fuck the Police," which brought them many problems with law enforcement agencies. After the track made its rounds, even the FBI sent a warning letter in response to the song's content and banned the group NWA from performing at several venues. Fuck the Police was also responsible for their new nickname as the world's most dangerous group. After Ice Cube left the group over financial disputes, Dr. Dre produced and performed on the group's second album, F.L. for Zaggin', which can be read both ways. Today, it's a known fact that label owner Eazy-E and his manager Jerry Heller exploited all their artists and cashed up most of the label earnings for themselves. Even John Singleton, who then directed videos for NWA, said once, "Eazy would be eating lobster, and Dre, Yella, Ren, and Cube would be eating McDonald's." On January 27, Dr. Dre was at the music industry party in Hollywood. The party actually ended when Dr. Dre assaulted television host Dee Barnes because he felt dissatisfied with her news report about the beef between the remaining NWA members and Ice Cube. Barnes stated, "He began slamming my face and the right side of my body repeatedly against the wall near the stairway." Dr. Dre later commented, "People talk all this shit, but you know, somebody fucks with me, I'm gonna fuck with them. Besides, it ain't no big thing. I just threw her through a door." In the same year, Dr. Dre himself tried to leave Ruthless Records because he could no longer stand Heller's and Eazy-E's business practices. Unfortunately, he had an ongoing contract and therefore needed a solution. The solution came in the person of Suge Knight. Suge Knight in that time was a notorious strongman and intimidator. He liberated Dr. Dre from Ruthless, but in the same time used him as the flagship artist for his new-founded own label, Death Row Records. NWA's manager, Jerry Heller, later revealed that he had two major regrets from his time at Ruthless. One was letting Suge Knight come between Dr. Dre and the rest of the group. The other one was talking Eazy-E out of killing Suge Knight. The Chronic. Dr. Dre's debut solo album, The Chronic, was released under Death Row Records with Suge Knight as the executive producer. The album included various featurings like Snoop Dogg, Corrupt, Daz Dillinger, and Nate Dogg. With world hits like Nothing But the G Thing, Let Me Ride, and Fuck With Dre Day, The Chronic became a cultural phenomenon. 1 year later, The Chronic was certified triple platinum, meaning that the album was sold over 3 million times in just 1 year after its release. In this year, Dre also won the Grammy Award for Best Rap Solo Performance with the track Let Me Ride and was ranked as the 8th best-selling musical artist by the Billboard magazine. Thereafter, the Master of Mixology produced Snoop Dogg's debut album, Doggy Style, including hit singles like What's My Name, Doggy Dog World, and Gin and Juice. Doggy Style became the first debut album ever to enter the Billboard 200 album charts at number 1. In 1995, Death Row Records signed rapper Tupac Amaru Shakur and began to position him as their major star. He collaborated with Dr. Dre on the commercially successful single California Love, which became both artists' first song to top the Billboard Hot 100. In March 1996, Dre left the label because of a contract dispute and growing concerns that label boss Suge Knight was corrupt, financially dishonest, and completely out of control. In the same year, Dr. Dre formed his own label, Aftermath Entertainment, and became his own boss. From this moment on, no one could interrupt his road to success ever again. This was Dr. Dre's brief biography before he was famous. If you want to know more about Dr. Dre, take a look at the video description below. Would you like to watch more videos like this one? Then subscribe to my channel right now and never miss a video again. Best regards to all my BioTubers. See you in the next episode of The Biographer.